Okay, let's get right into it. We are about to break down 7 of Google's AI tools that are not only completely free, but are so powerful they can genuinely replace the expensive software you might be paying for right now.
So ask yourself, are you shelling out 20, 40, maybe even $50 a month for your whole collection of AI tools? I mean, it adds up fast, right? Well, what if I told you that you could get that same level of power, maybe even more, without spending a single penny? That's exactly what we're going to unpack.
And look, this isn't just some random list we threw together. The source for this spent an entire month putting every single free Google AI tool to the test. They went in thinking, these would probably be pretty mediocre. But what they actually found was, well, it was the complete opposite. Let's see what was so shocking.
First up, let's talk about building things. We're looking at tools that let you create your own custom apps and automate all sorts of complicated tasks, all without having to write a single line of code. This is a massive deal for creators and small businesses.
So here's a situation you've probably been in. You've got this brilliant idea for a web app, right? Maybe a slick landing page or a portal for your clients. But you have zero coding skills, and the budget to hire a developer just isn't there. So what do? Well, that's where AI Studio Build comes in. This thing is wild. It's a tool that literally writes the code for you. You just describe what you want in plain English, and it builds a fully working web app right in front of your eyes. And getting started is ridiculously easy. You just go to the website, click the Build button, and start typing. You could say something like, hey, build me an event registration page, with spots for a name, email, and what kind of ticket they want. The AI does all the heavy lifting. But here's where it gets really, really cool. It's interactive. So if you build something and you don't love it, you can just tell it what to change. You can type, make the button blue, or add my company's logo, and you'll see it update instantly, in real time. Okay, so what about automating your behind-the-scenes work? For that, there's a tool called Opal. You can think of this as Google's free version of those really powerful and expensive platforms like Zapier. It lets you build apps for your internal workflows, again, just by describing what you need it to do. So, just to be super clear on the difference, use AI Studio Build for anything your customers or the public will see, like landing pages. Use Opal for your internal stuff, the things that make your business run smoother, like sorting new leads or handling data. All right, next up, let's talk about automating content creation. These next couple of tools are for anyone who has a ton of raw information, like research notes or long documents, and needs to turn it into something polished and ready to share, like a video or a presentation. Now, this one is a total game changer. It's a new feature inside of Notebook LM called Video Overview. You can just upload a bunch of your research documents, articles, PDFs, whatever you have, and it reads all of it, understands it, and then it automatically scripts and produces an entire explainer video from that material. It's insane. And hey, here's a little pro tip. For the best possible results, you'll want to use the custom settings before you hit that generate button. You can give it really specific directions. You could tell it, focus on the part about budget planning and make sure you emphasize the long-term ROI. This gives you an incredible amount of control over what that final video looks like. But what if you need a slide deck instead of a video? Well, that's where Gemini Canvas comes in. It's a tool built right into Gemini that takes those dense, text-heavy documents and just, poof, turns them into these beautiful, professional-looking presentations. So imagine you start with this, a standard, boring business plan. You know the type. It's just a wall of text, maybe a few headings. It's got all the right info, but there's no way you're showing that to an investor. And then Gemini Canvas turns it into this, a truly professional-looking presentation. And it's not just cutting and pasting. It actually structures the information into logical slides. It finds relevant images and graphics for you. It creates a clean layout. And the best part? You can export the whole thing right into Google Slides to make your final tweaks. All right, let's switch gears and talk marketing. This next set of tools is basically like having a free AI marketing agency on your computer, ready to create professional, on-brand visuals for all your campaigns. So first, there's this tool called Pomeli. All you do is give it your website's URL, and it goes to work. It literally scans your entire site to learn everything about your brand, your specific colors, your fonts, the tone of your writing, and then it starts generating social media posts that are perfectly in sync with your brand.
Okay, one really quick but important heads up here. As of right now, Pomeli is only available in the United States, Canada, Australia, and New Zealand. So if you try to get to it and can't, that's probably why. Just keep an eye out because they'll likely roll it out to more places soon.
Next, for creating those really high-end marketing images, we've got Nano Banana Pro. Now, this is Google's top-of-the-line image generation model, and they've built it right into the free version of Gemini. The main thing to know here is that the quality is just incredible. The images it makes can seriously go head-to-head with expensive tools like Midjourney. And you can get super specific with it. For example, you could tell it to generate a product mock-up of a minimalist water bottle with a matte black finish using professional lighting and a commercial photography style. The more detail you give it, the better the result. This is just perfect for creating product shots or visuals for a pitch deck.
And for our final tool, we're jumping into the world of audio. This is something that until very recently was basically impossible to do for free. We're talking about creating high-quality, conversational audio with multiple speakers.
This tool is called Multiple Audio, and it's another one you'll find inside AI Studio. It generates this incredibly natural-sounding conversational audio that has multiple distinct voices. I mean, think about it. You could create a podcast intro, a short ad, or any kind of dialogue you can imagine without ever needing to hire a voice actor. And the quality is honestly just astounding. Our source put it perfectly. They said it sounds like a real podcast recording session. The voices don't just sound like they're reading lines. They actually interact with each other, with that natural back and forth that makes it sound like a real conversation. So, there you go. 7 incredibly powerful tools that can completely change the way you work. Let's just put it all together and take one last look at what your new, completely free tech stack looks like.
So let's just do a quick recap. For building web apps, you've got AI Studio Build to replace developers. For your internal automations, Opal is there to take on tools like Zapier. For your content, Notebook LM and Gemini Canvas can replace scriptwriters and expensive presentation software. And for your marketing and audio needs, Pameli, Nano Banana Pro, and Multiple Audio can stand in for entire agencies, pricey image generators, and voiceover platforms. It is a full, powerful, and totally free toolkit.
And that really leaves us with one big question, right? If Google is giving away this much AI power for free today, what on earth is the world going to look like in another year? What comes next is anybody's guess. But one thing is for sure, the barrier to creating amazing things is getting lower and lower every single day.